rule change. Charlie Green explained the status. This rule was passed on Friday through the Legislative Council, and it is to be implemented.
October 1st, is that what they can do it that fast?
That's the implementation date on the documentation on the public notice. It's been filed with the Secretary of State's office, and potentially there's a waiting period for that, but I believe it's to be implemented.
Okay. Any questions?
I just, Ms. Smith, so we've got the two pieces of the rule change happen, and then a third thing is coming soon that's going to change the rate from essentially $52 an hour down to $40 an hour. Is that correct? And that's coming later.
That's correct.
Okay, I told you that would be quick. Thank you, but there's no questions, so appreciate the update.
Thank you. And I did have, on the agenda, they also wanted me to speak to the personal care
Right.
issue. Do you want me to save that for later?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So just real quickly, I'll explain the personal care initiative that we are working on. What we've looked at is personal care providers and other service workers on a lower level are not, this is not behavioral health, this is a whole different story. They're not necessarily identified as a provider through Medicaid. And the problem is that you may have an agency who bills on behalf of a service provider that multiple recipients, like there's 4 different examples I can give you quickly, that an agency may bill for a provider to provide services that they may provide for this person, and for this person, for 3 different recipients at the same time. But we don't know that through analytics. Also, an agency may bill for a provider for unrealistic hours, and the agency may not realize that they're billing out this provider at 18 hours in a day or 20 hours in a day or something like that. That could be impossible. The other issue may be that the provider potentially either works for 2 different agencies or allegedly works for 2 different agencies, and the agency may bill for the provider giving services at their location, on behalf of them, as well as on behalf of another location at the same time. The 4th example would be where the agency bills for a provider giving services at a particular time when maybe that person works for Pizza Hut or something else. And we've actually seen all of these scenarios through audits, and we've had issues with this. We've also been working with the AG Medicaid Fraud Control Unit relating to this because there is obviously potential for fraud there, and we've seen fraud in this area. So what we've done is we've put together a working group with DAAS and DMS to identify, to review the issue, to make some determinations, and to get forward some recommendations. We are going to be meeting with the MMIS group, ARDHS, and HP to see what computer system issues that we may have. We have a meeting scheduled October 20th with Optum to see what tools we currently have that we can utilize to solve this problem. We've looked at other states. Alaska has something that they utilize, and the federal government is looking to require identification of these providers through, I think they're calling it EVV, electronic verification and verification. I don't remember what it's called exactly, so I apologize for that. But that'll be coming through, so that's something for you guys to watch for us. And I think that will really help us to cut down on fraud, waste, and abuse through the personal care situation, as well as others.